the heart of the city, there's a lady so divine, with a gift so rare. She can read between the lines, unlocking mysteries. She's the one we all admire. With a touch of magic, she sets our souls on fire. From psychic readings to rosemary oil so pure, her spirit shines bright. Of that I am sure. On TV she graces the screen with grace. Her presence is a blessing in every time and place. Pop culture psychic, in tune with the stars. She sees beyond the veil, even beyond Mars. And when the night falls, Tracy after dark, her wisdom illuminates like a powerful spark. So if you seek guidance, look no further than her door. Tracy Brown live where wisdom does soar. Through the realms of the unseen, she'll light your way. With every word she speaks, darkness turns to day. Tracy Brown live, the beacon of light, guiding us through the shadows of night. Her voice like a melody, so pure and strong. In her presence, we know we belong. From psychic readings to rosemary oil so pure, her spirit shines bright. Of that I am sure. On TV, she graces the screen with grace. Her presence is a blessing in every time and place. Pop culture psychic, in tune with the stars. She sees beyond the veil, even beyond Mars. And when the night falls, Tracy after dark, her wisdom illuminates like a powerful spark. So if you seek guidance, look no further than her door. Tracy Brown live where wisdom does soar. Through the realms of the unseen, she'll light your way. With every word she speaks, darkness turns to day. Tracy Brown live, the beacon of light, guiding us through the shadows of night. Her voice like a melody, so pure and strong. In her presence, we know we belong. Tracy Brown live, the beacon of light, guiding us through the shadows of night. Her voice like a melody, so pure and strong. In her presence, we know we belong.
Hi, everyone. How are you today? I can't seem to get these videos up today, but that happened the other day, too. All right, let me figure out what I could do better. Hi, Foods Creation, Grand Rising. Hi, Wendy. Hi, Siobhan Leo. How are you? Hi, Brown Sugar. Good health, everyone. Yes. Okay, so Carlito, how are you? I want to ask Sean, not Sean, Charm a question. Charm. Hello, all. How are? Hi, Tiffany. Hi, Noel. are you? All right, let me see if any of the media has come through. Nothing has come through. Damn it. So something is wrong with the media. So let me see how I could do this. I have to read this one. This isn't a pretty moon. This is the mirror moon. I'm the party of you that's done waiting for permission. I'm the part of you. That part of you that's done explaining why you want and deserve more. You know exactly what you need to do. You've just been stalling. I'm here to end that. You don't need another sign. You are the sign. You've been playing small in the name of peace for too long. That peace is a cage, and Aries doesn't do cages. Tonight, write down what feeds you and what starves you. Then burn it, bury it, walk away from it, and roar. Rampage is over. This isn't drama. This is direction. I'm not here to make you comfortable. I'm here to make you honest. Courage isn't loud. It's the moment you stop running from yourself. And I promise, when you do, everything that is meant for you will meet you there. You're not broken. You're becoming. You're awakening. That acne in your chest is growth. That changing to break through. Stop apologizing for wanting more. Stop waiting for the perfect plan or move. You'll figure it out in motion, the way you always do. The people meant for you won't be threatened by your fire. They'll be warmed by it. So take the leap. Say the thing. Make the call. End what's done. Start what's real. You don't owe anyone your silence. I don't glow to be admired. I glow to remind you that you were built to burn bright and you don't dim for anyone. Woo! That was nice. That was very nice. That was nice. So I had to say that because when I downloaded it, the sound wouldn't download. If there's certain music, they won't download. But I think it came better from my voice. I sure did. Let me see if I can get the media on yet. Only a couple came through, but I don't have time for the couple. Maybe it was just too many.
Just happened to see this video on her before.
I will move forward anyways. Welcome, 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 everyone.
On the Aries full supermoon on October 6th, October 7th, and the days after. Do perform a fire ritual. This is an Aries full moon, which is fire sign energy. So it's an extremely powerful time to use fire to manifest your dream life. You're going to get a pen and paper and write down your affirmations in the present tense, as if you already have them. Full moons are all about releasing, and in order to manifest your desires, you have to destroy the obstacles that stand in your way. So once you've written down all of your affirmations, you are going to write down this one all-purpose affirmation. I destroy every obstacle that is holding me back from my dream life. Then you are going to use fire to burn that piece of paper. You are quite literally burning away your obstacles and infusing your affirmations with fire energy by doing this. Do not attack people. Emotionally regulate yourself. Your emotions have likely been out of control recently. You may feel like getting revenge. You may feel tempted to lash out at someone. Every little thing has likely been setting you off. So hold yourself back from going after someone because you don't want to do or say something you may regret later. Do the shadow work. Allow yourself to feel all of the negative emotions that are coming up right now. The past month has been traumatic to say the least, and all of that trauma is likely catching up to you right now. Now's the time where you're meant to feel all of that emotion so that you can release it. And I'll be posting the most powerful affirmations you have to use during this full moon to manifest your dream life, so make sure to follow.
The videos are not coming through, y'all, but that's okay. I got alternate means. No one stops this bitch right here. Cannot stop, won't stop. Let me see this one. This is a good one, but I wonder if I should save him for last.
If you're seeing this on or around October 17th, stop and stay. We have an Aries full moon. This on or around October 17th, stop and stay. We have an Aries full moon. And for the people that don't understand anything about astrology and astronomy and don't know that those two things are different things and don't know how it correlates to your life, please keep scrolling. You're ignorant. Because like I always say, astrology and astronomy is like the blueprint. No, it's not set in stone, but it sure makes sense. Anywho, like I said, the full moon. Remember I always told y'all, full moon, cleanse, new moon, manifest. For the most part. But when it comes to this Aries full moon, it's 3 effects that I want to pay a little attention to. Effect number 1, communication. Number 2, learning. And number 3, environment. Those 3 areas of your life I want you to pay the most attention to. The people that are lost in the sauce and don't know what I'm talking about, you know those dreams that you have, you know those gut feelings that you have, you know those deja vu moments. Yeah, you don't have that for no reason. And certain stuff like this helps you to understand that. Everything is connected. Make sure you follow your girl Sona for more. Peace.
She's adorable, and I would suggest people follow her. She is simply adorable. I love the up-and-coming ones. Let's see. Oh, let me see. You guys got some questions or saying hello. Hi, Stephen. Tonight, the night for prosperity work. I do it every year, and I realize I do it on this moon. It hits so hard. Hi, July. Yeah, that was nice, wasn't it? Yeah, you could do the candle. If you can light a candle, do the candle ritual. If it can only be a votive, don't drive yourself crazy. If it could be a Yankee candle in any colors of red, maroon, red, any version, try that. If you can't find red, just try white. All right. All right, let's go back. Take you down, brown sugar. Hi, Miriam.
Up, witches, full moon in Aries here, and I am not waiting for permission. I didn't come here to be polite. I came here to light a fire under your ass and hand you the torch. If you've been waiting for a sign to go after what you want, I'm it. I am bold, I'm loud, and I'm also a little impulsive. But honestly, that's the exact energy you need right now anyway. This moon is about action, passion, and saying yes to your gut and no to your self-doubt. I'm not here for your procrastination parade. I'm here for your power move. So stop overthinking it. Send the message. Make the cut. Book the damn flight. Take the risk. This is your breakthrough moon, baby. So let's be messy, let's be loud, and let it be yours. Happy full moon.
Jade, hold on, sweetie, because I knew y'all were going to say that. It's on video. Just go back and rewind, okay? Because that's why I put it on video, so that I don't have to do the extra work. All you have to do is, oh, it's on video. I'm going to go rewatch the video to that point where I need to write down. And that way you could just pause and write and pause. I know what I'm doing. But I get that sometimes it gets a little scary and you're like, I don't want to miss anything. I get it. But it's on video. You're welcome, sweetie.
This is not just the moon. It's an explosive burst of fire and energy. Unlike other full moons, this one is a moment of courage, boldness, and decisive action. The moon in Aries opens a portal for those who are ready to break free from old limits, shed their fears, and finally declare themselves to the world. Aries does not wait. It acts. And right now, you can take the step you have been postponing for years. There is a deeper meaning to this full moon. It is a time to meet your shadow. In psychology, it is called the shadow. In esotericism, the inner demon. Sometimes life puts you in situations where your bright qualities are humiliated, where kindness and softness are mistaken for weakness, where it feels as if people wipe their feet on your angels. In those moments, your shadow rises to help. It can give you the strength to stand up, protect yourself, and turn pain into fuel for growth. This full moon calls you not to run from that power, but to tame it. To embrace your shadow is to unite light and fire within, so you never again allow the world to steal your power. Ritual of power: light a red candle, write down everything you want to release and burn the list in the fire. Pour pomegranate juice into a glass and drink it as a symbol that the energy of Aries now lives in you. This full moon is your start, your challenge, your personal revolution.
Everybody can't drink pomegranate juice, but if you can get some pomegranate juice, okay. Nothing is set in stone, so don't be so specific.
Just happened to see this video on her before October 6th or 7th, you are so freaking lucky, because right now there's a full moon happening in the sign of Aries, and I am obsessed with this full moon. Nothing is about to bring you back to you stronger than this full moon. Anything that has stopped you from taking action on something, your fears, whatever it could have been, it is all ending now. And if you have Aries, Libra, Cancer, Capricorn placements in your chart, this is about you, and you are about to show up and show out. I mean, nothing is going to bring you back to your power stronger than this full moon. This is a super full moon. It's closest to Earth. We are all going to feel this one. We are revving up our engine, taking action. We're not looking back. We're not afraid. We're not thinking of the consequences. We are jumping at any opportunity, because Saturn is trining Jupiter, and the ruler of this full moon is Mars, sitting in its home sign of Scorpio. I mean, if the universe was ever giving us a thumbs up to get everything, all of our obstacles out of our way, to do the thing that you've always wanted to do, and to come back to you and choose you, is now. And mark my words, prosperous things are going to come forward during the time of this full moon. I mean, the universe is waiting for you to just feel that sense of deserving. We're all going to feel this one, and there is an area of life that is being illuminated during the time of this full moon. And so if you're just getting into astrology, if you want to understand your chart more, I highly suggest downloading the app Astro Bella. It is one of the most detailed apps I've ever come across. Talks specifically about your chart. It's almost like getting a personalized birth chart reading from an astrologist. Because this app was created by an astrologist, you know it's legit. So go plug in your information to see exactly how this fiery full moon in Aries is going to affect you personally.
I hope you guys are getting something out of these videos. I do have a lot of them. It's just because I admire so many people that tell the same message in different ways. Let's look at this one.
Doing this before October 6th, then consider yourself very lucky because tomorrow is the harvest moon. This is one of the most powerful full moons of the year. It marks the end of the growing season both literally and metaphorically. Spiritually, it's time to reap what you've sown and to celebrate your achievements. Use this moon to give thanks for what has been gained and to release what no longer serves you. Let this period represent the transition between abundance and rest, and let it serve as a reminder that endings can also be fruitful beginnings. Because this harvest moon is also a supermoon, its energy is magnified, making your intentions, spell work, and emotional clarity incredibly potent. So make some moon water, charge your crystals, and cleanse your space. One of the easiest ways to harness this energy is to do a simple release ritual. Write down one thing that you're ready to let go of. Burn or bury the piece of paper under the moonlight and speak your intentions out loud. But remember, the harvest moon will only set the energy in motion. It's your actions that will turn this magic into reality.
Yes, July. This is a palpable full moon. Yes, living up rose. This full moon is for tonight. I think it's like at 11:30 p.m. But if you could do, this is really important. This is the part I want y'all to listen to. If you can do something before the new moon takes effect, that's what's going to be the critical part of this understanding. Tonight, you have, you know, today, tomorrow, the next day. You got 3 days. But if you really want it to work, like really do it tonight. Write your tiny little letters tonight. Write your big letters tonight. Write that you want to release those parts of you that does not serve you. Shyness does not serve you. Being too quiet, being afraid to use your voice. Those things, as we know, doesn't serve you. If anything, it hurts you. And I would say that would be one letter, the things that you need to get rid of. But then I would add, transmute anything that I need to get rid of in this Aries moon and say it just like that, write it just like that, say it, write it, don't care. I need to transmute that energy into positivity, growth, courage, abundance, creativity, right? So if you can't speak, can you create a sculpture? Can you do art? Do you understand what I mean? So just say creativity because it could be a book. Can I take what I'm lacking and transmute it into something so much better where I can be heard, I can be seen, I want and demand to be loved, I want healthy people around me. If you've got to release people, do it. Say it. Put that in a letter. I've got to release this person, family member. I got to say goodbye. And no one's going to be hurt by you writing it. The only one that's going to be hurt by it is you because you have to write it. But most importantly, you have to acknowledge that if things aren't serving your highest good, you got to go. You have to go. I don't want you to say, take so-and-so from me. No, you have to be in control. So you have to say, I have to go away from, name the person, name the family member, name the job. But you just can't release it and then not have the universe just expect what you want. Oh, God, I thought you knew if I wanted to leave a job, I thought you knew I needed another job. God is like, no, I answered your prayers. So if you only got 3 wishes, what do you want? Say it. And be careful of limiting yourself. We talked about this yesterday. If you just say money and you're not specific, and I don't mean I need $1 billion, I mean money is so limiting. I expect money. What I don't always get is the abundance of it. And I want it in all areas. I don't want to be limited to where's the money? Where's the money? That was so 1980, 1990, 2000. 2025 is not going to be about money. Do you see everyone fighting because people stole their money? So while everyone is looking for money, 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 your money's being stolen. Your money's being stolen by taxes. Your money's being stolen by high car prices and high mortgages. But you want money? Okay, here you go. Because we need to start thinking less about money and more about community, global continuity. So if you're going to think about money, maybe collectively we need to say these mortgages needs to go down. These home prices need to go down. These rents need to go down so that I can live abundantly. Because these landlords, they're kind of greedy. And I don't understand how a small sector of people who are just like us can be that greedy. Take it away from them by your wishes and your prayers. All right. Now, you know I could talk forever about this stuff. Okay. Any questions, guys? Here's a good one.
Understand one thing, just one thing about this upcoming Aries full moon. It's this. Somewhere along the way, we stopped choosing. Think about it. Weather apps, ChatGPT, calendars, Siri, the primal has been automated. We have become these conditioned creatures, so trained for predictability that the slightest uncertainty sends us spiraling. We detach. We cling to whatever certainty keeps us numb. Netflix, drinking, scrolling, eating ourselves into oblivion. All of these self-indulgent cycles that aren't indulgent at all. They're the slow death of the part of you that was born to move. We have signed off our courage. We have handed over our impulses to the people who are supposed to know better. Parents, bosses, systems. Why think for yourself when someone else can do it for you? Why act when you can stay small, stay safe, keep your head down, bite your tongue, let fear convince you that your wanting is too much? So we stay stuck, we stay silent, we just survive another day. But here's the thing. Energy doesn't disappear. It stores, it stacks, it waits, and eventually it erupts. Enter chaos, the breakdowns, those rock bottom moments where the soul gets so tired of being so quiet that the universe has to intervene to force a reckoning. That's Aries energy. That's this full moon. Aries doesn't wait for permission. They don't need the whole plan mapped out. Aries says, I have a desire. I'll follow the impulse. I'll figure it out on the way. What matters to Aries is the action, the itch they can't ignore, the experience they'd miss if they let fear win. And how dare anyone get in the way? How dare anyone say it's not possible? They'll figure it out, even if it takes sheer force, even if it requires the kind of courage that makes your hands shake. And that's the Aries lesson here. Facing the unknown with pure certainty that one way or another, you're going to get what you want. And it's not because someone told you what to want, but because you came into this world with this insatiable, impulse-driven, soul-fulfilling right to freedom. To do, have, and be what you choose. That is true freedom. And the people in power, these self-proclaimed gods of predictability, they don't want us to remember that. They need you docile, profitable, and controllable. They need you afraid of your own wanting, because if you wake up to your primal birthright, you're done doing what only benefits them. It starts now. Know what you want now. Do whatever it takes to make it real now. So long as there's a soul deep desire, then the reality of it is possible. This full moon isn't asking you to be reasonable. It's asking you to remember that you were born wild, born choosing, born free. So choose, please.
Uh, Living It Up, Babe says, can you post an outline of all what you just said in a message? No, no. But it's on this video. So at about 25 minutes is when I made a big speech of some sort. It's all straight from the hip. So all I want you to do is go back to about 25 minutes, approximately 25 minutes, and it's there. And so you could listen and stop and write it down and stop. All right, guys? Right, Noel? Yes, take it away. Shut it down. Hi, Purple Passion. Yes, and I'm understanding how important this full moon is tonight. And yes, the full moon is tonight. Yes. All right. I still got more. So let's just sit back and let's learn something. I don't know who this is, but I think, oh, this guy is good too. Let me see who this is first.
Full moon in Aries survival guide. We got a full moon in
That one. Okay. This guy's really good too. I like him too.
Completely overwhelmed right now. It's perfectly natural because this Aries full moon is taking us deep, deep into the realm of our unaddressed wounds and shadows. It is conjunct Chiron, which is bringing us on a soul retrieval journey. This full moon is not just emotional, it's visceral and really intense because it's likely illuminating our soul's fragmentation. It's showing us how pieces of our soul may have broken off during difficult, painful moments in our lives, leaving us feeling incomplete. However, this full moon can help us re-access those lost pieces of our soul. And so you may find yourself walking back through those times. And ideally, we can nurture and resuscitate that missing part of our being. So it's natural right now for raw feelings to come up. It's totally fine if you have to cry it out. This is initiating some really powerful healing work, and it's expanding your self-understanding. We are becoming reacquainted with a wounded part of ourselves that can be revitalized with love. And as we reunite the pieces, we can really show unconditional love for ourselves. Some of you, on the other hand, may be celebrating a major milestone in your healing process. You should also revisit mid-February and early April of this year, which were pivotal moments in this healing journey and could give you additional context on what you're trying to mend. And if you have placements in the third decan of the cardinal signs, then you are definitely tapping into the shamanistic power of this full moon. Are you willing to find yourself no matter what emotions you have to go through?
Are you? Did I not mute that? I'm so pissed at myself. Was there an echo with that one? Because I'm really upset now. Because that was a really good one. Was there an echo with that one? No echo? Oh, no echo? Ooh, that excites me. Ooh, make it work, make it work. Let me try this one.
On Monday, October
There's an
6th,
echo.
we are stepping into the fiery Aries full moon energy. And this one is about reclaiming your power. This full moon is bold, raw, and unapologetically alive. It's the kind of energy that says, stop waiting. Aries is the first sign of the zodiac. It's the spark of creation. And under this full moon, that spark becomes a wildfire. And we are in the season of Libra, so this lunation sits opposite of Libra, which means it is also about balance, self versus connection, independence versus harmony. Now is a good time to ask yourself, where in my life have I dimmed my light for the sake of keeping the peace? So as full moons are all about release, this full moon is asking you to burn away hesitation, to release fears, patterns, and people that are keeping you from living your truth. And listen, you do not need to wait for perfect
timing. Aries will always say, do it messy, but do it anyway. Here's a quick ritual that you can do on Monday night. You may take a red and or white candle. Think about what you're ready to release under this particular energy. Write it down, fold it up, and safely burn that piece of paper in the candle, visualizing all of that weight leaving your body. It's also a good time to charge crystals like carnelian, bloodstone, or red jasper. I also like tiger's eye. And end the ritual by saying, I step into my courage, I trust my fire, I move forward freely. Remember, this Aries full moon does not want perfection. It wants passion and truth. So let the fire in your heart guide you, not the fear in your head. Go ahead if you feel so inclined, comment your Aries full moon intentions below. Let's ignite this new cycle together. Happy full moon.
All right, guys. Still no echo? There was no echo with that one either. Have fun with these videos and take heed what is important. Now, I'm going to make this my last video, but I do want to do a reading. So how much time do I have? Only went 36 minutes. Okay, I am going to do a reading after this because I want to see what the full moon has for the world, because this is a fighting full moon, right? Because the full moon is in, by the way, get a pen and paper for the next video. The full moon is in Aries. Aries deals with Mars. Mars is in Scorpio, but Mars is in Scorpio, and Scorpio is intense and quiet. And don't trust the Scorpio because they are calculating, they're thinking, they're quiet. But it's Mars in Scorpio, so when there's movement, it's going to be explosive. But also, Mercury is in Scorpio. And that's the way we communicate. So there's a lot of feisty energy going on here. And because we're in the sun sign of Libra, and Libra is always about recalibrating and rebalancing, you know, I think throughout the world, there's going to be a lot of intentional fighting. I think more and more people are going to stick up for Palestine. More and more countries are going to be fighting for Palestine. Like, they want to fight for Palestine. And I think countries are going to have a hard time stopping the people. I feel like people are saying, you're going to kill Palestine? Kill us too. So, get a pen and paper for the last video, y'all. And then I'm going to do a reading. Hi, Marcella. Hi, sweetie. Get a pen and paper. This little girl I'm about to showcase is absolutely one of my favorite people. She started out as a teenager. She has grown. She's a married woman now. And her substance has only blossomed. So her name is Alina Align. And she's one of my favorite young ladies. Enjoy.
Is in the sign of Aries. I ask because on October 6th, we have an Aries full moon. Interestingly enough, this Aries full moon is considered the culmination point that is tied 6 months back to an Aries eclipse. and new moon that was also in the same house in your natal chart in the same sign. So here are the all signs horoscopes for Libra through Pisces. Now, for my Libra friends, this Aries full moon will be happening in your 7th house of relationships, equitability, justice, and balance, especially as it pertains to your relationships. So, especially with this being an Aries full moon, it wouldn't hurt essentially to reflect on what it looks like for your needs to find balance in your relationships. Aries is really this sign that's ruled by Mars. It's all about passion and drive and initiation. It's a cardinal sign. And so it wouldn't hurt to reflect on what is the balance looking like in your relationships in terms of balanced energy exchange. And the reality is not all relationships are going to be perfectly balanced every single day, right? Some people have seasons where they need a little bit more support. Maybe you have seasons where you need a little bit more support. So I'm not necessarily saying to scan for like any imperfect relationships necessarily, but this full moon, a few days leading up to and following this new moon, a few days leading up to and following it, will be spotlighting what it looks like for you to have some form of balance. It'll be spotlighting relationships in general, and these can be relationships of the heart, not just romantic. So especially if you want to do any sort of full moon ritual, releasing anything that doesn't work for you around this time, it wouldn't hurt to reflect on your relationships and how you feel about them, honestly. What comes to mind is this exercise I heard about where when you're looking in the mirror and you ask yourself an honest question of what you think of something, it's incredibly hard for you to lie to yourself. So I feel like, I don't know, I feel called to give you that advice to do that. If you end up doing that, comment below how that works out for you. Now, for my Scorpio friends, this Aries full moon will be happening in your 6th house of labor and energy exchange and your health, your physical health, how you nourish yourself and how you nourish others. So this can look like the literal work and labor that you give to others and the literal work and labor that you get from others. Maybe you hire somebody or you're collaborating with someone. And so that means that a few days leading up to this full moon, a few days following it, you might have a sort of lunar spotlight on these areas of your life. And because this is an Aries full moon, this can indicate experiences that invite you to reflect on not only that labor, but what are your personal needs? What isn't working for you and what you like? And if you feel balanced with that, and if you feel like you've grown in some way in that area of your life, this is a great time to celebrate that and acknowledge it. But if you feel like there's an imbalance there, it wouldn't hurt for you to take time to maybe do a full moon ritual or write out anything that you maybe feel ready to let go of or release under this full moon as it pertains to things that might be weighing you down when it comes to finding more of that balance. So what comes to mind also is work-life balance. So definitely keep that in mind, my Scorpio friends. Now for my Sagittarius friends, this Aries full moon will be happening in your 5th house of creativity and courage to find authenticity and also luck, a lot of luck in the 5th house. And so all of that to say, with this Aries full moon being there, it's indicating a few days leading up to and a few days following it, you might have some experiences that spotlight where you're at when it comes to your relationship with existing authentically around people, coexisting. And what comes to mind is some people-pleasing themes for some of you. But ultimately, if you want to do any sort of full moon ritual or reflect around this time, it wouldn't hurt to reflect on what was going on in your life around 6 months ago, around the time of the Aries new moon. And has there been any sort of culminations or buildups or results or fruits of your labor or anything like that that is tied to that you're noticing the themes of right now? Because if you can find any sort of connections there, that is going to give you a really acute indicator of the area of your life that is directly tied to this lunation and the area of your life that if you want to reflect on it, release anything that might be hindering further growth in that area, that is your North Star. Now, for my Capricorn friends, this Aries full moon will be happening in your 4th house of your history, your roots, where you come from. Think about the experiences in your life that have contributed to you becoming who you are. That's a huge reason why the 4th house in general is associated with your family and your siblings and your parents, namely, as well. And so leading up to this full moon and a few days following it, you might have some experiences that spotlight those themes in your life in some way. And so if you want to do any sort of like full moon ritual or release anything around this full moon, it wouldn't hurt for you to reflect on past experiences that helped to form your worldview, your self-image, and reflect on whether or not those things are outdated or accurate for you anymore, whether or not they are supporting or potentially hindering your further growth and evolution on this planet. You know, what comes to mind are people who sort of have this chip on their shoulder that's not constructive, where they scan the world for through this lens of trauma, understandably so. In some ways it's almost like maladaptive, where they're constantly scanning for, like, are you going to hurt me, and they're constantly worried about that, to the point that they don't even see the good that is around them. And on the other side of the coin, you could have a chip on your shoulder that motivates you to evolve or grow or do something different because you want to prove it to yourself, or because you want to move past something. So these are the themes that could be coming up for you, my Capricorn friends. Now, for my Aquarius friends, this full moon in Aries will be happening in your third house of conversation, information exchange, networking, socializing. And so around this time, especially as an Aquarius, you tend to have a little bit more emotional intelligence when it comes to socializing and things like that. So, this can be a really beautiful time where you notice a few days leading up to a few days following these themes around insightful information coming through conversations, through learning, through the internet. And don't shy away from that. And if you want to do any sort of like full moon ritual or release anything around this time, don't be afraid to reflect on what is and isn't working for you as it pertains to information acquisition. What comes to mind is the distraction of social media and consuming way more than you create. If you want to be some sort of creator, whether it's a content creator or artist, being distracted by that and navigating the internet or your phone in a way that is conducive to what you want, releasing the baggage of the distractions so that you can really give your energy and focus to what matters most. Now, finally, for my Pisces friends, this full moon in Aries will be happening in your second house of money, of income. And on the other side of the coin, the second house is also the house of self-love and the means that you need in order to exist in life. So anything tangible, physical, think about, like, in order to get to work, you need your car. In order to live a healthy life, you need actual food and produce. And so all of that to say, there will likely be experiences where this full moon is spotlighting for you a few days leading up to or following it, what it looks like for you to show up for yourself and advocate for yourself, really in alignment with these Aries themes when it comes to your income, your finances. And what comes to mind, especially if you want to do some form of like full moon ritual, is reflecting on what is potentially hindering your financial wellness right now, what potentially is hindering your sense of balance when it comes to your income, whether that has to do with locking in with budgeting, or there's essentially a spotlight on those areas of your life. And so it doesn't hurt to reflect on those things right now. But with that said, I'm sending you my love. Peace.
Wasn't she amazing? Alina Align. She is on IG, TikTok, YouTube. I follow all of her YouTube videos, and her TikTok and her YouTube are best places to go to. All right. What happened? And here we are. What did y'all think of all the videos? What are your feelings? What's being moved or conjured up inside of you? I really need this to be water, but it's lemonade, homemade lemonade. So good. What feelings are you guys getting that you like, oh, I want to do some work today? Anybody feeling that way? I want to do some magic. I always want to do magic. All right. With this new energy, fighting energy in Mars, what's it going to look like for the world at large? You know, the whole entire Italy is protesting on behalf of Palestine. Madagascar, that those youths are fighting. I'm not sure what they're fighting for, but they're fighting for something. And I don't even care what the fight is about. I say fight, fight, fight. Nepal showed us how to break the system. And Vietnam, I don't know how y'all let your country get away with stealing your money, because shit would have been burned down. Can't be afraid anymore, guys. All right, let's take a look. What is this Mars energy going to mean for everyone around the world? Please, God, talk to me. Talk to me about this Mars energy. Please allow me to see anything and everything that you would like for me to see. Um, this planet, God, belongs to you. I really need you back here. Please allow me to see and say what you would like for me to say and see. Hold on. Please allow me to see and say what you would like for me to say and see. I love you, God. I love you, Jesus. In your name I pray. Amen. Amen. Ashe. All right. First up is government issues. That's the first card that's showing up. Government issues. Things are going to be fast. A lot of international stuff. It's a waiting period, so we're going to see it. A lot of changes right through February. A lot of the kids are being really sneaky and they're organizing, so that'll be interesting. It's over money or land. Money or land. A lot of this, ironically, is because of our president. That's interesting. Our president might be fostering the change that maybe they see us not doing. Like, how do they perceive us? And they might be perceiving us as a country that's laying down and letting a president take over. And they're looking at us. Media is showing that they are looking at us as if we're weak, as if we're accepting this type of man into my life, into listen to me, into my life, into our lives. So they're not going to take it. This might be Putin. This might be Putin. This might be Trump. And they're going to make a sacrifice. And there's going to be a lot of charge, ready to fight for a cause. Sometimes I think they're going to fight for a cause that doesn't even make sense. It's going to be like, wait, what are you fighting for? And they're like, I don't care. I just want to fight. Like, it's going to be something like that. I'm not mad at these kids. I think everything that's going down right now is disgusting. I think a lot of communities or a lot of countries are either filthy rich or filthy poor. And I just don't think any of that makes sense anymore. Um, there's an imbalance. It's definitely going to start in the UK bigger than we realize. I'm going to do a reading as to whether or not this digital ID is actually going to take effect. I don't see how it could take effect. I think that if you guys couldn't get Brexit, how can y'all let a country make y'all get a digital ID? Like, who are you people? Like, be stronger than that. But they could be fighting, right? But we're not getting the news in America. Okay? Just like we're not getting the news that Italy, the whole country is fighting for Palestine. Are you kidding me? So we have to fight to get the right information. I think I can't, Sky News is better. And what's that other news? AP Press. That's not a news. That's where the information comes from. Look how pretty my hair is. I am loving myself. Look how even it's growing. I really, really love my hair. It is just down my back. My back is down my back. You know, up here will be shorter, but the back will be longer. It's all even, all just growing. I put my hair oil always at my crown, always. So it just seeps down during the night. And it's not greasy. Nothing about this is greasy. Look, no grease. No grease. Just growth, just hair growth. All right, guys, what are we doing? There will be a lot of fighting energy throughout the world. And at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 countries. I want to say 9 to 12, but at least 9 countries will have an uproar. But I also feel like it's going to be ironic. It's not going to be the countries that you think, like Madagascar, Vietnam. Are y'all planning on fighting? Because somebody stole my money. It's a fight. A lot of international areas, but it is a waiting period. We're not going to see this overnight. It's going to be a lot of like, did you hear? Did you hear? I don't like this. That's how it's going to be before it erupts. Yep, people are going to fight back. The people are going to fight back. Charge. Fighting with sticks and stones. And they're going to have to, because the money is not being shared. That pentacle represents money. It's not being shared. So it'll be very, very interesting. Governments, you're in trouble, because I feel like when it happens, it's fast. Even though I don't know if it's going to happen so fast, but when it happens, it's going to be like overnight. And I'm wondering if America is going to be a part of this outrageous government behavior that's being put upon them. I mean, people are protesting, but they're doing it so lovely and so nice. And Black people are just not protesting, because if we were there, we would up it a notch. But we don't want to be the ones to be put in jail, and y'all sit back and ultimately say the blacks did it. So we're like, are you going to do it? And they are doing it, but they're so nice and peaceful. I love the way Chicago is handling ICE, and ICE got the fuck out of LA, because my Mexicans in LA were like, what? They started towing the trucks, the ICE trucks, because every time ICE comes along, they just park every which way. They call the tow trucks, get those trucks up out of there, and then those ICE men are running after those cars, because they're not even government cars. That's their personal cars. So they had to get the fuck out of LA, because LA was like, all right, you know what? We're going to start acting black. We're going to act like the black folks. Because when we get involved, we overdo it. We do it. And then we got to dance in the middle of the protest. Where's the food? The food is there. As soon as I finish protesting, I'm coming for my food. Somebody's bringing the liquor. That's how we do it. What? But now that we not there, it's no progress. Now that we not participating, I don't see no progress. I'm just saying. Drink your coffee, black folks. We still not in it. We still not in it. All right. I'm over myself. I'm just having fun, people. Don't take me personally. All right. There's definitely going to be a lot of changes. Yep, the White House is going to be involved. So I don't know if that means America is going to have its own problems. There's something about an agreement. And I think the agreement has to do with Palestine and Israel. Because there's something about an agreement here that doesn't get resolved. Money here, and then the shit hits the fan. I think our biggest problem in America, or maybe across the world, is Israel. And if we don't stop giving them money to kill, literally to kill Palestine, and all of their citizens get free health care because we give them billions, please make it make sense. When we could have been having free health care for ourselves this whole time. All right, guys. Ultimately, I think how this is going to go down is that Netanyahu and Trump are going to hate each other. And when the money stops, that's when we will have war. Dead ass. When America says, and not America, because it's not like we're a part of this. When the president says, do not give him another dime, that's when this is going to go bad. And that's when Netanyahu will get arrested. All right, I'm out. I'm out. This might have been Netanyahu, as a matter of fact, not Putin. Because Putin doesn't talk to Trump anymore. All right, guys, let me pull a final outcome. Hi, L. Williams. Oh, don't worry. It was a good video. Hey, Kat. Hey, how you doing? It was a good video for what to do in this Aries new moon. And it was very good. Mostly videos. Go back and watch it and incorporate something tonight. The moon is going into Aries at around 11:30 p.m. But please do something before then. Now, everybody can't light candles, but you can definitely write yourself a little note about what you need to release, and please release it. Write yourself a little note and allow yourself to release what you need to release, then transmute the energy with another piece of paper and bring in what you want. Be careful of asking for money. Money is limiting. Use better words like prosperity, abundance in all areas. Don't stay focused on just money, because that actually will make you broke. All right, guys? Ask for love, loving energies, loving people, loving friends, loving everything. All right, guys? All right, I'm trying to get this. Oh, yes. Night. Loyalty, romance, chivalry, and a love of honor. That is going to be about what the world's conclusion is going to come to. People are going to be fighting. These young kids are going to be all knight in shiny armors. They want to be associated with chivalry, loyalty, self-sacrifice. See, these cards never lie. Protecting the princess, protecting the country, and going to battle for honorable causes. Has spiritual overtones of service and devotion. Look for a pattern of service to others that straddle the line between self-sacrifice and self-neglect. These guys are going to be fighting for their country. They're going to show up and show out. And that's going to be beautiful. All right, everybody's going to war. Love you. Take it easy. Bye. Oh, wait. Call me for your own personal reading, child. Let me save you from the drama. To elaborate on anything that I said, 213-458-7408, and please subscribe. Like the video. Bye.
In the heart of the city, there's a lady so divine, with a gift so rare she can read between the lines, unlocking mysteries. She's the one we all admire. With a touch of magic, she sets our souls on fire. From psychic readings to rosemary oil so pure, her spirit shines bright. Of that I am sure. On TV she graces the screen with grace. Her presence is a blessing in every time and place. Pop culture psychic, in tune with the stars. She sees beyond the veil, even beyond Mars. And when the night falls, Tracy after dark, her wisdom illuminates like a powerful spark. So if you seek guidance, look no further than her door. Tracy Brown live where wisdom does soar. Through the realms of the unseen, she'll light your way. With every word she speaks, darkness turns to day. Tracy Brown live, the beacon of light, guiding us through the shadows of night. Her voice like a melody, so pure and strong. In her presence, we know we belong. From psychic readings to rosemary oil so pure, her spirit shines bright. Of that I am sure. On TV, she graces the screen with grace. Her presence is a blessing in every time and place. Pop culture psychic, in tune with the stars. She sees beyond the veil, even beyond Mars. And when the night falls, Tracy after dark, her wisdom illuminates like a powerful spark. So if you seek guidance, look no further than her door. Tracy Brown live where shines today. Tracy Brown lit the beacon of light, guiding us through the shadows of night. Her voice like a melody, so pure and strong. In her presence, we know we belong. Tracy Brown lit the beacon of light, guiding us through the shadows of night. Her voice like a melody, so pure and strong. In her presence, we know we belong.